Hey everyone, hello. Good afternoon. I am going to share this. I'm going to share this out, so I'll be right with you. Come and hang with me. Let me put on some music. Let me get my music going here. Let's see. So, let's do this. I'm going to put on my comments and do some sharing, and I'll be right with y'all in a second. There, here we go. I think this will post, I hope. Let me see if, let's see if my own comment comes up. Hey Laura, hey Jennifer. Did my own comment come up? All right, cool, so I can pin that. Pinned it. All right, sweet. All right, so let me just do my shares. Just be right with y'all. So what's going on? What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a very high vibe kind of Thursday. This is one of my quick ones today because it's almost the end of school and the next week is school vacation. OMG. So I don't know if I'm going to be on during the day next week while the kids are home because that just doesn't work as well. Love my little ones with all my heart, but the readings during the day when they're here just don't work as well. We have tried it and no. So, whoops. So doing that now, sharing it out. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Laura, because that helps. That helps share the love, spread the love. Okay. Hey Tracy, no, it's actually winter break. So this is winter break coming up. Yeah. It's winter break. Spring break I think is in April or the end of March. It seems crazy because we've already had snow days to equal one break. So, hey Shelby Lynn, thanks. I know it's really cool because I feel like I've been missing these, but my private readings have just blown up quite a bit. So it's been awesome because I love doing that. But I'm a little bummed at times because then that means I don't always make it on here. So I'm trying to kind of balance it all out and figure this out as I go along. But you want someone to care about you. All right, so let's do this. And let me go back. And again, I appreciate the shares. If you do share, just let me know and comment so that I can put you in the drawing for Saturday's drawing. I pick a random names for a free soul connection reading. So that's cool. That's my email reading, and it's pretty awesome. It's a 3-card reading. Anything else, any way you want to find me, look in the pinned post. I've pinned all my links and I've pinned all the things. So where to find me for a private reading, where to join my women's group on Facebook, where to sign up to get an angel card of the day in your email from me, and also where to find out about my new spiritual personal development network marketing company, my project Soul Shine. Comment below or message me because this is, it's going to be so awesome. So if you've thought about really sharing with people, high vibe, personal development like law of attraction, manifesting, crystal healing, yoga, meditation, relationships, abundance, if those kind of things turn you on and you want to learn more about them and then share that with other people and help them learn more, or if you wanted to be a coach, like a life coach or a spirituality coach, an intuitive coach, this would be a great opportunity for you to dive into that, and I can tell you more about that if you comment and you want to know more. That's my project Soul Shine. All right, so with that, now that I've gone through that, let me go ahead and get rocking. So y'all know, if you've been with me for a while, that I just read in order of comments. I go down the line, and I'm going to get through as many as I can. I know it's hard because I love to just take my time and do as thorough a job as I can, so I know it takes a while to get through those comments. It's just the way it is. So the good news is, if you come on here, you don't get a chance to get a private 1-card. Well, not private because we're like on live, you know what I mean. But if you don't get a chance to get a 1-card and you really want one, then if you go on my Fiverr gig, which is in the pinned comments, it's gigs.jenrapinion.com, you can get a 1-card reading for $5. So I basically pick a card, I take a picture of it, and I give you the meaning of the card, my own insights from the angels, and you get it in the Fiverr inbox. It's pretty cool. So any of you who are on here who have had that done already, if you want to comment and say that, you know, you found it helpful or whatnot, let people know. But yeah, it's cool. You can get your answer within 24 hours. Alrighty then. So, hey everybody. Hey. So I appreciate the shares. If any of you know of groups that allow the share, please do that. I need to find out more. I got myself into trouble one day. I think I shared to a group where it wasn't allowed on accident. And some of the light worker groups allow it, some don't. I don't know. So it's kind of crazy. All right, so the first comment that I have is for Tracy Howell Barney. Hi, Mina, you're next. Or Mina or Mina? I don't know which one that would be. You can tell me. So, all right. In your eyes. This is for Tracy. Let's see. All right. So Tracy, this one is for you. This one is savings. So basically, that card is just like it sounds. It's basically telling you to get a reserve for yourself. So to really create that financial reserve. That could mean if you already have a savings account, then the angels are saying, okay, you need to add more to that and build it, because we have something in mind for you. We have something in mind that we want you to do. We want you to start really stepping into your power and sharing your gifts with the world. And sometimes that means we have to invest. Well, I shouldn't even say sometimes. 99% of the time, that means we have to invest in ourselves, either by getting a coach or taking courses or, you know, advertising or whatever it is. So that's what they want you to save it for. It's not necessarily to really just have it sit there or to like really hang on to it with the fear that I gotta have this extra cushion. I don't want to let it go. It's more like, okay, so if you have a cushion of savings, it gives you the peace of mind that you have it. So you're not, you know, it makes you more grounded, but also it's there because it will have a divine purpose. There will be a divine purpose for that. So start to increase that savings right now. And that may mean using that to pay off some debt so that you can have a clearer mind, you can have more peace of mind, and you can have the space to be able to step into that venture with no guilt, no stress, and absolute just, Mina, thank you, an absolute just abundance. You just step into it with that feeling of abundance. So it's almost like a form of self-care for yourself. Paying yourself first and having that savings, that's your form of self-care. So, because you have things coming up, things you have to do. You know, Tracy? All right, so that's for you, Tracy. I hope that made sense for you. All right, Mina, here we go. This one's for you. So I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having an incredible day or evening or morning, wherever you are. It's afternoon here. So almost dinner time. End of the day. The school day is almost come to an end. I have to get the little ones very soon. That's why I pop on and do these quick readings. I want to make sure I come on because it's been a day or two. So thank you so much. Hey, everybody. All right. So this is for Mina. All right, Mina. This is for you. And this is Organize for Success. So Organize for Success is basically like really encouraging you to go through your physical environment and prepare for whatever it is that you have coming your way. Prepare for whatever you're doing. So and that means your physical schedule as well as your space. Because when we're disorganized or cluttered in any way, that leads to like mental clutter here. Sometimes overwhelmed, like we think we're overwhelmed about other things, but actually it's amazing that if you just declutter your physical environment, it's amazing what can happen. And how clear and energized you feel. And then it's like, oh, I know what my priorities are, this, and this. So, and then we don't forget like important deadlines and important pieces of information. When we have like physical clutter, then sometimes it can really just have us feel cluttered all around. So plus it's just visually pleasing and calming. So just go ahead and make sense of your space where you're manifesting your abundance. So if it's taking your desk at wherever, if you have a home office, taking that desk, if it's maybe your kitchen countertop, wherever you spend a lot of time, where you're doing a lot of creating, where you're doing a lot of thinking, where you're doing some planning, and also your calendar, your to-do list. Clean that up so it really is energizing to you, it's empowering to you, and it has like only a few things. I would say to-do list, 3 important things a day. That's it. More than 3, you're probably going to be overwhelmed or not get to it. So when you notice that your spirit is lighter, your mind is clearer, your stress will drop, and then now you're going to know that you'll be able to take those next steps. You'll get more clear guidance on what to do next. The opposite end of this is if you find yourself tidying up too much on the other side, then maybe it's time to pull back and say, okay, what are the most important activities I need to be doing? Because sometimes we over tidy and then we think that's doing something, like that's productive, but really it's kind of avoiding what we really need to get done. So take a look at where you're at with organizing for success, and either you need to get yourself square so you have everything ready to go, the most important things at the top, or need to like pull back from cleaning and just really put your other things important. Hey Sylvia, Jennifer Henny or Henna, or Hen, I guess it could be, card for you. Absolutely. All right, so here we go. All right, shuffling up for Jennifer. What a cool name. What a cool name that is. So tomorrow's Friday. Hope everyone's getting all excited for the weekend. We had a crazy warm day here at the New Hampshire coast yesterday. It was like 72 degrees and people were in their bathing suits on the street. It was crazy. And while there's still snow on the sidewalks, people have got their flip-flops and their bathing suits on. It was wild. Now today it's freezing again. It's so New England, Mother Nature is just loopy, I'm telling you. All right, so Jennifer, this is for you. All right. This is for you. This is block out distractions. So this can mean distractions in your space, trying to take your attention away or keep it fragmented from what you need to focus on. So that could mean, relationships that have, some drama going on. That could mean anything that's, been social media, kind of like mindless scrolling, could be TV, could be anything that's in your space that's pulling your attention away. And you probably know, if you got this card, you probably know exactly what it is. Just from, when it says block out distractions, usually the first thing that pops in your mind, that's probably it. So if you're trying to do things and make some progress and you're finding yourself stuck, then one of the first places to look, like I said on the last card, is clean up some clutter, like declutter the physical, to just clear out some of the mental, and clear out the physical for the space to open up for what we have coming. So if we have too much stuff, then we're closing ourselves off from anything else new coming in a way of flow. So get rid of what doesn't serve you, and that includes distractions. Anything that's not serving you and taking you away from your priorities, it's time to do that. It's time to get rid of those, because a lot of times that means we're either afraid of failing at something or we're actually afraid of succeeding and going to that next level. It's called oh my goodness, what is it called when that happens? And I just read if you read the book The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, it's a great book. I believe it's called An Up-Leveling Problem. I think that's what it's called. When you're just about to go to that next level and you find yourself getting headaches, really feeling fatigued, or you find that like something weird happens, like you fall down your stairs and hurt yourself, or your tire blows, or something weird that happens right before you're supposed to get to that next level. Upper limit problem, that's what it's called, upper limit problem. So it could be that. That's what the distractions could be, upper limit problem. We're avoiding what we need to do because we're kind of like nervous about going to that next level, or it's just we're afraid. Something's holding us back from going forward. So we're just letting ourselves get bogged down by stuff. So just clear those out, and then you'll know what you need to do next to move forward. So that was for Jennifer. All right, Katie Town, absolutely. I'm gonna switch. Hey, well, that felt really thick. Like I had two decks together. No wonder that felt thick. All right, one card, please. I've missed you. Oh, thank you, Laura. I missed you too, and you're up next. So let me just, I do need to make sure I keep my eyes on that time. Oh my goodness. I could just go on and on with these things. So I have to watch my time. All right. So this is for Katie Town. And this one kind of fell out of the deck at me. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one. And it says yes. It says yes. So I'm going to pull a clarification on that card. That says yes. That's exactly what it means. Like, the answer to your question is yes. So to get a more detailed reply, if I was doing a private reading, I would probably pull in other decks and do other cards, but I'm going to do one right from this one. And the clarification card is in the near future. So whatever you're asking about, the answer is yes, and it's going to occur very soon. So stay with what you're doing and keep your vibes as positive and high as possible, and be ready to receive that outcome, that positive, or that outcome that you're looking for. So it said yes, in the near future. That's your answer today. Hope that helped, Katie. All right, Laura. All right, ready? Let me see. I'm going to switch again. And I'm actually going to put on my healing music, because I know it's not going to make me sleepy right now. Sometimes it does. All right. Okay. I love my jams, though. Love my jams. So hey to everyone who's popping on. In my pinned post, you can find all the places to find me outside of this live stream. And yeah. So I would suggest connecting with me there. If you want to have a private reading, you want to know more about my new personal development and spiritual development company and how to get involved in that, or if you want to be on my email list and get your card of the day. All right, so Laura, this is for you. I just saw a comment pop up that says, did I get skipped? So here's what happens, and I want to just make a little announcement. I have to do this usually on the live streams. If this video is shared out to a group, if you find me in one of your groups, then, and you comment on this video in the group, from the group, you're going to also go down to the bottom of the comments as in this, how do I explain this? My video originated on my business page, Jennifer Rapinian, Divinely Inspired Life, and you can absolutely give me a like or give me a follow, and you can get notified when I go live. So your comment will go kind of like in order to the bottom of that, of the comment thread on my business page. So even though it looks like it's first or second on your group page, it's probably lower down. So know that you're not being skipped. I mean, I'm going right in order one by one. So there you go. So Laura, this is for you. Okay. All right. So Laura, this one's for you. It's welcome the new. Welcome the new. So this means that there is some change that's coming for you, and it can bring a bigger opportunity. It can bring you a lot of joy and a lot of learning. It's gonna be like a learning experience. So and you may be feeling some anxiety about it right now, but know that it's going to bless you. It's going to bless others around you. And it's probably something you never thought of before, or something you didn't expect that's going to be happening. So know that it's in divine order, divine timing. It'll come across your path in that way, and it's going to be that opportunity. So that's where your inner trust is going to come in. So feel excited about this change that's coming, and just feel like this is an adventure. This is how I'm going to approach it, as an adventure. And that could mean actually physically going on an adventure, on a new little trip, or that could mean an opportunity that's going to bring you a new adventure that you've never experienced before. So I hope that helped you, Laura. Hey, Sylvia. Sure, absolutely. This is for you. Hey, Bernadette. You're next, Bernadette. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Natasha. What's up, girl? Natasha, you need to message me. I don't know the latest. And I wonder what's happening. I wonder what's happening. So do tell, girlfriend. All right, so here we go. This is for you. This is for you, Sylvia. Long time no see, Sylvia. Welcome back. All right. Sylvia, this is for you. This is end of an era. Hope you can see that. Okay, end of an era. So this is like the end of a chapter in your life. that's just coming to an end because it's a natural ending, a natural cycle that is completed. So if it's stressful and it's hard right now and it's just draining you a little bit, just give yourself some space to heal, some space to process, some space to rest, and just nurture right now. So right now, this is almost like the cocoon stage of a butterfly, where one phase came to an end and now you're metamorphosing into something else to go to that next stage. So important that you take care of yourself. Just like in the cocoon, the butterfly will beat on the cocoon. It will like really fight, and then it will take some time to rest as it turns into that butterfly, because turning into a butterfly cannot be an easy business, right? I mean, if you go from a worm to a butterfly and you're growing, like wings and antennas and like new legs, I mean, that's gotta hurt, right? So I mean, these transformations are painful, but they can be so beautiful at the end, right? It can be so beautiful and can be so freeing, and you are transformed into another being that you never thought you could be. So know that that's what you're going through, and it's important to nurture yourself and rest and heal. And if you had a loss right now, that means grieve the loss. Don't deny. This is not about like just being positive and denying anything painful that happened. I am all about high vibes, all about keeping that positive outlook, but also feel like we're here, we're human, we're made to feel things, we're made to process and feel everything. It just some emotions are lower vibe, so we don't want to live there, but we still need to feel them and process them and acknowledge them as real and valid. So if that means if you're going through a really tough time and you need like somebody professional to bounce it off of, feel free to do that too. Like, give yourself all the help in the space you need. All right, so I hope that helped you, Sylvia. Hey, Bernadette. All right, this one's for you. Thank you again, Laura, for sharing. And whoops. And Natasha, you're next. You are next. Right now, okay, so this is for Bernadette. What do we have to tell Bernadette today? Bernadette, this is for you now. This is keep the faith. Keep the faith. So you're feeling tested, feeling like you've been tested, like really, like like almost like how much more can I deal with? Like this is just one challenge after another. This card is saying to please keep your faith that the divine will intervene for you. And it has been intervening for you, even if it's been challenging. It's all been pushed towards divine timing, divine order. And in the end, your outcome will be positive. So like really getting like into a place of being more anxious and upset. And like I said before, just feel what you feel, but you can't live there, because know that if we live there, right, if we live in that place of, oh my gosh, this stinks and nothing's happening and I'm never going to get out of this, then we're not trusting. That means we're not trusting, because we have to understand that the divine is all powerful and can do all things and knows what we're going through. And so if we're continuously stressed, I mean, sometimes we're stressed, we're human, that's what we are, but then know that if we stay there, we're telling the divine that we don't believe they can handle it. We don't believe they'll help us. We don't have any faith that we're being taken care of. So that could mean just reconnecting with that faith through prayer. That could mean going back to a time in your life when you had a big success, going back to when you felt super powerful. I call this, and a little side note, I call this an anchor. So whenever we are about to either do something that's really stressful, like say you're about to do like public speaking or something you're nervous about, or we're really feeling like we're getting in a funk, I anchor. So that means you think of a time when in your life, in your past, when you felt really powerful, really supercharged, really high vibe, and you had a great success. Okay, so that could be, even go back to your childhood if you have to, when you were living in those moments of pure joy and rhythm and just in the flow of life, right? When I first started anchoring, like my anchor has changed over time. And in the beginning, when I was so in this space where I just was really not, was challenged in keeping my faith, I had to go back to a time in my childhood where literally, and I'll give you an example that I used. I was in my car riding with my mom, and she had a convertible. The top was down. We were either going to the beach or from the beach. It was a beautiful summer day. I had super long hair. It was like blowing in the wind like a wild woman. And I just felt so authentically me. And there was a song on the radio. This was the 70s. There was a song on the radio. It was by Three Dog Night. It's called Shambhala. And I loved that song. And I would like put my head back and just sing. And I felt like it was like one of those like wild woman, warrior woman moments. And I didn't even notice my mother was there. It was like I was in my glory, like in my zone. And so I went back to that as my anchor, so that when I was feeling like getting into that stuck place, or feeling like I couldn't do something, or starting to doubt, or then I would go to my anchor. And that's a whole process, and I can explain it on another video sometime that's more into it. But that's an example of what an anchor can be. It can be a song, it can be a memory, it can be a smell, it can be anything that brings you back to that place of empowerment. And then you practice it until you feel that empowerment as if you're there. And then whenever you're feeling that negativity, or that self-doubt, or that fear come in, you think of that thing, that memory, that smell, that song. Or sometimes you can even make a gesture that goes with it. Like when I feel empowered, go like that. Or like you'll see Tony Robbins, before he goes on stage, he does like either a fist pump or a fist up. That's like his anchor. And it puts him into that fired up state. Okay, if you watch I Am Not Your Guru by Tony Robbins, you'll see him backstage right before he goes on. And I can't remember if he does like a fist pump like that, or if he goes like this. Either way, it's like that one movement that puts him into that powerful space. And like I said, there's a whole a process to do this. I can maybe do a video on that alone, but it's super powerful. And so anchor that. So it'll bring you to that state of power. So that will just make you feel your best, even when you're not feeling your best. And pretty soon you can program yourself to access that feeling immediately. Okay, so that was long. That's why my card readings go so long. So I hope that helped you, Bernadette. Okay, so Natasha, for you. And as I became better at anchoring, and as I felt more powerful and in my power, I remembered what it felt like to feel my power again. That's what it does. It makes you remember what that feels like, so that you can call upon it whenever you need it. And then my anchor changed. And then I started to remember times in my life when I was successful. I was so out of touch with myself, that I forgot all those good memories, and I forgot all those powerful experiences. I had to go way back. So then I finally said, oh yeah. And I started to remember other times, and now I have, more recent times as anchors. So it's really cool. It's a cool thing. Or you can keep the same one. There's no right or wrong. All right. So anyways, Natasha, this is for you. Thank you all for popping on. If you're just coming on, all of my information is in the pinned post where you can find me outside of live streams. Natasha. All right, Natasha, this is for you. I have two that kind of fell out, so I'm going to start with this one first. Because I don't necessarily think they're related. This is forgiveness. Okay, so this is, though any feelings that you're carrying, any guilt, any shame, any anger, any regret, the angels want you to set those burdens down. Set those burdens down, and you know this already. I know you do, because when you're feeling that way, and lowering your own vibe, then it just really affects everything in your life and brings everything kind of down with it. And now is your time to actually be more powerful. Now is your time to really shine. Even though you might feel like you can't, you can, you can, but sometimes those little feelings creep back in and you wonder, okay, did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Why am I still so upset about this? This is all stored up, and this could be, one situation that you know of, or even going back further, all a bunch of stored up stuff that this event just triggered for you. So, it's just time to forget, just forgive forgive the whole situation, forgive the person. And even though that person may not have behaved in the best way, a phone call came in, doesn't mean you're accepting the behavior, doesn't mean it's okay. It just means that, it doesn't even mean you need to have them in your space. It just means that you're just detoxing those feelings right now. And really just spending more time meditating with yourself and remembering that, you know, you need to forgive yourself too. There's no holding grudges against yourself. Any mistakes that you may have made in the past, it's okay. We all have done it. We're all human. No, don't hang on to them. You're supposed to be getting your confidence now, getting your confidence to its highest point. And because you have a purpose that's coming. If you don't know what it is already, if you haven't locked in, it's coming. And so that's going to mean just really releasing any toxic relationships with forgiveness. Forgiveness to give yourself that peace and forgiving yourself. And just being okay with not knowing what is. And the second one that fell out was forgiveness. I just did that one. Was self-employment. So this is interesting. If you've been thinking about someday doing your own business, having your own business, the angels are saying, you know, you might want to start thinking about that a little more right now. Even though I know you're kicking butt in your business right now in your job. So know that there's something about that that's going to bring you to a whole new level if you were working for yourself. And that also means to take good care of yourself right now. Get ready for that because you're going to probably put in longer hours being your own boss. You're probably going to start putting in longer hours, but you're going to feel like it's a calling. So it's not so much like work, like you're going to be at work. It's like a calling to do what you want to do. So watch out for anyone who comes across your path that might be a potential business partner that you might want to get involved with, or maybe even like a mentor of some sort. Just be on the lookout for that because they may lead you someplace that you might want to be going. All right. So next is, hey Shelby Lynn, I am glad to be back too, and I am doing a card for you right now. Thank you for sharing, Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing, Mina. Appreciate that. So hello again to everybody. Welcome, welcome. Again, I have every link, every place to find me in my pinned post, so you can check that out. Oops. All right. This is for you. This is for you, Shelby Lynn. This is do the work. If you see this card, that means that it's asking you to take some action, take some positive action right now. If that's that, Allison, I can't pick her up until the little ones come home. So when I get them, we'll be on our way for her. Okay. So know that nobody's doubting your work ethic. Nobody's suggesting that you carry any additional weight, that like you haven't been doing what you need to do. It's just saying that right now, we can do training, we can do our affirmations, we can do our visualizations, we can do our prayers, and we can do all of those things. But then the other part of manifesting and activating the law of attraction is to take the action. So we do all of the inner work, we do all of the visualizing and all of the, you know, the inaction or the kind of like the learning steps. But then at the same time, we need to take those inspired actions so that we can really start to manifest what it is that we want. So listen to your inner guidance right now. Listen to if you're being told by your inner wisdom to make some sort of positive change, to learn something that's new, or do some extra research or gather information, or maybe to make other connections either socially or professionally. Listen to those urges right now, because the angels are collaborating with you to bring to you what you want, but they're guiding you to that next step, that next action step. So if you feel like you've been ignoring something and you know you need to do it, no, I'm not kidding. The angels will never do this. I'm totally kidding with you. The angels are always always there to support you with love. They're just a gentle reminder and a gentle nudge to say, okay, you know, you need to take action on this. And if you feel any doubt, any intimidation, or if you feel like you're not prepared, those are all just, you know, monkey chatter, like mind chatter, and you can let them go and release, and then take your next action step that you know you need to take. All right, Shelby, so I hope that helps you. All right, so unfortunately, everybody, I do need to drop off now and get my little ones. So I just wanted to come on here quickly. I know it's been a couple of days, so I wanted to check in. I plan on being back on tonight, so I will see you then. Keep an eye on my page. If you want to connect with me any other way, you want to get your 1-card reading, you can go on my Fiverr gig. The link is below or in the pinned post and do that. So many blessings. Much love to everybody here. Thank you so much. And I will see you again soon.